Hi everyone. Okay, I'm going to make a video today on showing you how to put new hair on your doll's head, and I'm going to show you how to do the closure. Everyone keeps buying hair from Sally's or these random places. Look, my hair, I have it ordered from overseas, okay? It comes deported. This particular hair mix today, it comes with a closure piece, and that covers up all the ugly stuff. This particular doll is a redhead, and I'm using two different colors of hair. I've already started. With applying two different wefts in two different color shades. And the darker part is what I have underneath, and the lighter here is what's going on top. So, I haven't done a video like this in a long time, but because a lot of people want to know, and I've seen some people doing it. I've seen some people using actual hair glue. I don't use hair glue. Currently, I'm using what they call Loctite Professional Liquid. It's sold at Target and Walmart for basically almost $6. Not quite $6, but almost. Now I'm going to move that so it can be focused on the doll's hair. As you can see, I'm sitting in the floor, and I'm not even in my house doing it. So that's why you see a bunch of mattresses. I have a regular bed, but anyway, that doesn't matter. So, let me figure out the best way for this. That is not a good shot. That's like a booby shot. Okay. And I'm applying the glue where the actual doll's hairline was. And then quickly I'm going to pull and let it press firmly against the doll's head. Like this. And I'm pressing only the top. I'm only touching the top track. Now, if you're not familiar with this, if you don't think you can do this, don't do it. Because this glue stuff is harmful. It's dangerous for your throat. It's a permanent bond. So, you know, it's basically, you can't mess up. If you mess up, you're going to ruin your doll. Because this stuff can drip down your doll's face or anything like that. It can damage her permanently. And there's nothing you can do to remove the glue stuff or anything. As you can see, I'm using two different colors of hair to give her several shades of red color. And I'm mainly doing this here to focus on the closing. I get so many questions. How do you close it? How do you close it? Well, as you know, this is a technique I invented myself. Nobody taught me at all. I didn't learn from someone else. No. In fact, I'm the first person to ever start doing this on American Girl dolls. But I'm also amazed at how many people watched the videos and learned and actually took my advice on how to do it. But it's better hair quality than American Girl doll wigs. Don't worry, once we get around to this side where you can see, you'll be able to see better because I'm going to keep it all in the same position. And you'll be able to see that. Some people, you can get what they call, what is that synthetic hair fiber called? Canalicolon or something like that? I don't use that. It's cheap. It's beneath me. I don't use that. It's not a good quality hair. It's not going to last long. Now, if you see people with an American Girl doll and they said a custom or one-of-a-kind doll, the only thing they did was just give it new hair. It's not worth $150, and it's not worth $200 for sure. They bought cheap hair and they stuck it on the doll's head and they're trying to make money from it. Now, if you're going to spend $200 on an American Girl doll that's made over, make sure you're getting your money's worth. In other words, make sure she looks professionally repainted, professionally done. You don't want paint that looks pretty, and then let's say you play with your doll and she gets some kind of, a little dirtiness on her, not like dirt, but you know what I'm saying, from playing with it or something. And you wash it off with a washcloth, and then all the paintwork comes off. That's not professional. My work is guaranteed professional. You can clean your doll with a wet washcloth with my paintwork, and your paintwork's not going to go anywhere because I use professional sealers. Sealer is what seals the paintwork and makes it permanent, so that way it doesn't come off. And the paint that I use does not stain the doll or sink into her vinyl, but it looks and feels as though it was factory done. But I have definitely seen people that all they did was just take an American Girl doll, a cheap one from eBay, clean it up, and just give it new hair, which is basically they probably spent about 15-20 bucks or less on the hair. That is cheap hair. I'm sorry, I don't use that crap. I use very expensive hair. This hair that I use comes from, where does it come from? I don't show the package because it's exclusively for me. My hair that I use, this is from Indonesia. And it's only, I have exclusive rights to it, so no one else can get it. This hair does not have these little pieces that stick out up around there. It is all long. And as you can see, I don't waste time when I start because I want to get the hair on and let it set. It takes 3 days to get your doll made over. The first day, I cleaned the doll completely with alcohol and cotton swab, which I did post a video on that. Okay. Now, great. I'm away from the video. I'll move this up and down. Okay. I'm trying to get this in so you can see what I'm doing. I'm applying the glue above that wet and bringing it on around like this. And then I grab the hair, make sure that there are no little pieces that are sticking up in the way, and it's all downward. And then I bring it around. And I decided instead of editing, I'm just doing this process from the beginning to the end, simply because this way you can do your doll at the same time if you decide to do it. Okay? Makeovers, I charge basically $85 a makeover because you're paying for the hair and the paint supplies and stuff I use. It costs money. I don't make money from this at all. That's the truth, because the paint I use golden acrylic paints, and I use all colors because I have to mix. A lot of the colors that you see on the dolls, the way I have to mix, they sell them in bright colors, so I have to do a lot of mixing with the paint in order to get the colors that are more earth toned of what I use. Yeah, and I definitely get a lot of hate mail. Good Lord, it's crazy. I can't believe how. Sorry, but you know what? I feel like this. If you're gonna snap at me, I'm gonna bite you. That's a country slang, I suppose. But I'm like this. I did this for me. I started this out because this is what I like. When it comes to making dolls over, when I got my first American Girl doll, I thought she was it's really expensive for a doll, but I was very disappointed in how thin her hair was, and my very first one was Rebecca. Rebecca was my first American Girl doll. And I was very disappointed in how thin her wig was, and it was very coarse feeling. It wasn't silky, and it just wasn't good hair quality, period. And So I made her over, and that's how this got started. I made a video of it, put it on YouTube, and thought, okay, why not? I'll just give it a shot and throw it out there and see what happens, and that's what I did. I get a lot of parents and rude kids say things like, why do you ruin the dolls? Why do you make them like prostitutes? Why are you doing this and that? Well, I'm not doing it to make you happy. I'm not doing it to please you. I'm doing it because that's what I do. I have always did things like that. Repainting on my Barbie dolls, but when I paint, I would go to the Dollar Tree store, get one of those cheap dollar dolls, and that's what I practiced on before I messed with Barbie. So, it does bother me when people come in and say, no offense, but, stop right there, okay? Once you say, no offense, but, that's where you need to stop. You don't need to go any further, okay? Really, I mean, if you mean no harm and you mean no offense, then shut up and move on. Go look at someone else's crap. Go complain about their stuff. I'm a professional, okay? I've had Hasbro Toys has looked at my dolls, my work I've done on eBay, and they've seen the stuff I do on YouTube. They've seen my videos. I have been offered a job with them. I had their administrative director contacted me about interested in me, my work that I did with dolls, because they were coming up with some dolls that were in the works, ideas that they want to come up with, that which these dolls have not been, they haven't even been put out yet. Anyway, I turned them down because if I were to sign a contract with a big label, Hasbro, Mattel, whatever, I would have to delete all of my videos on YouTube. I would have to delete my Facebook page. I would not be able to have I would not be able to make over other people's dolls. I wouldn't be able to have any kind of communication with any of you at all. I would have to cut off all communication and delete everything. And I didn't. Money isn't, I'm not rich, but I would rather be happy than feel like I'm in some kind of a prison or cárcel, a cárcel, that's the same thing as a prison, but it was in Spanish. So anyway, I didn't do it because I like my artistic freedom. And this is my artistic freedom. This is how I express myself. Okay? I'm not going to apologize for anything that I've done. I'm not going to apologize for any dolls I made over. I'm not going to apologize for how much makeup or paint is on some of them, because that's not what I chose to do. When someone sends me a doll, they send me, I always say, send me a letter, tell me how you want your doll. So I'm always getting a card. And this is basically what's in it. This is what everyone tells me they want. They tell me the hair color, how much makeup they want. All of that is what is in the letter. Okay? I don't choose how much paint work is going onto someone's doll or what's going to be done. I simply go by what the letter is. If there is something about it I might find confusing, or if I'm not sure that particular look is going to go work or something like that, I will call the person. I call whoever's all I have. I call them personally on their phone. I call them up and I ask them, are you sure this is what you want? And I'm always getting yes. I want thick eyelashes. I want lipstick. They want a doll that looks like a little kid that's going in a pageant. That's pretty much what, a lot of people want. That's what's considered as glamour. Secondly, to some of you mothers out there that are very judgmental, you are just evil. I'm just going to tell you the way you tell me. You are evil. If you think a doll that's got on some makeup or whatever, or if a person's got on makeup, honey, who do you think created the person? Really, God created them. He knew what each and every one of us were going to do from the day we were born. He knows how many hairs is on our heads and how many we'll end up having in the future. From the day we are born, God knows what we are going to do on this earth. So, when these people in these cosmetic industries come out and stuff, God knows what they're going to do before they're born. So if you're a real Christian, you're not going to be sending people ugly messages telling them they're, like what I do, it looks like a prostitute. If you're a Christian, you're not going to be doing that at all. That's not a Christian. You're being judgmental. And that is not what God does. God, He is the judge. But as people, no one on this earth has the permission to judge another person. You don't have that authority. God did not give you that authority. Okay? So I'm telling you now in your face, God did not give you the authority to judge another person or to judge what I'm doing by redoing dolls, okay? So stop it and just get over yourself. Look at me. Do you see makeup on my face? I'm natural. I have on no makeup. A doll is a doll. It's for playing out, for children to be creative and for them to just enjoy dolls, playing with their hair, dressing them up. It's what they do. If you're able to act that out, to be honest, it really, dolls don't make you want to wear makeup. Believe me, I had Barbie since I was a kid. And I never once thought I was going to grow up to look like a Barbie doll. I never thought or felt like I needed to wear makeup to be pretty. Okay? If you believe that a doll is going, a toy, or my work is going to affect the way your little honey and your little boo-boo or whoever, your kid is or the kids if you think that my work is going to make them want to put on makeup, you're wrong. It's going to make them want to put it on their doll, not them. Please, stop getting so many things twisted. There's a big difference between a plastic toy and a real human person. So I'm not all made up and none of that, okay? I do it to the dolls, yes, but, I don't believe that we as people, women, I don't believe we need to get cosmetic procedures done unless we have a serious defect that we were born with. What I mean by that is like this. I could get plastic surgery to cover the scar that goes all the way across the whole side of my neck from where I had cancer. That's a defect. That's something, this is not even my original voice. This is what happened from having my throat cut from here all the way across to there, to the back. Okay? So I'm not having plastic surgery to get it done. You know why? Because I believe that our beauty lies within us. Okay? So when you come on here posting your ugly comments, you're making yourself look bad. You're doing it to yourself. So anyway, back to the doll. We should be able to stop judging each other. Okay? If you can't like something, just shut up and go away. And you can just keep your comments to yourself and leave my stuff alone. Because if you think I'm going to be the sweet little girl like some other people on here, that do their videos and then some troll comes along, makes an ugly comment just to do it on purpose. Sorry, I'm not going to cry over that. That's not going to hurt my feelings. I'm just going to put you in your place. In fact, I'm probably going to say a few nasty words to you. Then I'm going to block you and report you. First, I'll report you to YouTube. Then I'll block you. But trust me, I'm just not the person that's going to kiss your butt. I was started out in the country, but then I moved to the city. But regardless, you don't have the right to tell anyone anything about what they do with their dolls. And this isn't even my doll. I have made over about 500 dolls since I started this. Now that includes my dolls, friends' dolls, every people's dolls that have been shipped to me. I mean, I don't even have videos done on all the dolls that I've made over. Because some people sent me 5 dolls at one time. And it was just a lot of work that I had to focus on, and I just wasn't able to take the time to get into a video. I was more concentrated on getting those dolls, made over and the work done to be the way that the owner of the doll wanted them to look. That was more important. So, now that I got to vent and get that out the way, I feel better. Don't you feel better when you finally get to speak your mind? You know, I can't help but think about it, but, you know, when people send me those comments, it's like they want me to apologize for what I do. Well, I friended or liked Madonna on Facebook, and she has that hashtag unapologetic. Unapologetic. Am I saying that right? Sorry, I speak mostly Spanish. But unapologetic bitch. Sorry, but that's what she has, and so I'm going to stick with that hashtag on this. But anyway, forgive me, but that's not meant to offend anyone, or I'm not using it in a way of trying to say a bad word. I'm just simply saying, you know, I'm not apologizing for what I do. This is what I do. This is my hobby. This is my anti-drug. This is what I do that makes me happy and that keeps me going currently in life. So I'm not going to apologize for it. I'm not going to change what I do to make haters happy. So if you're hating on my work because it bothers you or offends you, or you just don't like it, or maybe because you just can't do it because you don't have what it takes to cut it, that's your problem, not mine. I didn't learn how to do this overnight. Okay? It came over time. Now, as you can see, we're getting close to the top. And if you made it this far, if you're working on a doll at the same time I am, and you made it this far, congratulations. You put up with my mouth and my ranting, and you've been able to keep up. But I mean, it used to take me quite a bit of time before, but I've done so many dolls now, this is like I could almost, I mean, I'm not really even looking hardly what I'm doing, only when I'm putting the glue. You don't want to put too much, but you don't want to put too little. You do want to put a nice amount on here because you don't want the hair to come off. Now see, this stuff here is permanent, it's waterproof, it's non-yellowing, which means it's not going to turn in color, it's not going to get loose later on. I can teach you how to put it on, but I can't teach you how to take it off. Because this stuff, once it's on, it's on. It's permanent. And I'm going to keep going up all the way because I'm going to show you in case, which a lot of you, the dolls that you have, see I'm pressing down as I'm curving around like this. I'm pressing and I'm curving around to go into that, get ready for that circular motion. And you know, you can do this here with both bundles of hair instead of using two different colors. Alright, I'll slow down a little bit to make sure you'll be able to catch on to this. And you're going to be doing a little bit at a time. Now I'm going to fill that little spot in with glue. And I'm going to push. I'm going to press my nail all the way down and then swing that around like this. And then that closes it right there. And you're going to take your nail and push. If you don't have nails, you can take the top to this and take the bottom and push down like that. Push it down, just keep pressing because you want this to dry flat and you have to work fast on this part. And you can blow it to make it dry. Once you've done that, you're pretty much done because this stuff dries really fast. And like I said, it is harmful if you breathe it in. Now I'm going to cut the wefts from the doll's head. Usually, whatever's left, I throw it away. Now, my makeovers I charge, like I said, are $85. And the hair alone costs me $45 to $55, basically. And the rest of it goes, because I pretty much have to get a new paintbrush once I have, for each doll I paint. One paintbrush lasts me about $2. Now, I'm going to use the lighter colored closure piece, but as you can see, that's really closed in. You can't really tell. It looks kind of like a part. But see, because I have a closure, that's going to go on the top of this. Now, you all know I have done a video on showing you what to use on your doll's hair like this. This has some netting, so I'm having to cut that off. But I was saying, maintaining this hair, you can use a shampoo. I like Pantene for dry damaged hair or for color treated hair. The shampoo and conditioner. The best thing to keep the doll's hair silky and from tangling is Iso Plus Hair Oil Sheen. Now, I have cut the little screening off from here. So that's how that looks, and this is how the top looks. I'm going to find a nice natural part. Where's her face? Great. Let me figure this out for a minute. She looks like Cousin It. Only from the hair point of view, you know. But anyway. There. Throw the hair over there. Wow, she has just come to life. I just realized how beautiful she looks. I'm jealous. I think I want one to look like this. I don't get it. I like, when I do work for everyone else, I like everyone else's dolls better than my own. Now, here she is. And you see those highlights up in there? That's why I used the different colors. Funny, it looks brown in the video, but in person it's actually like a natural redhead. Her hair keeps getting in her lashes. There, let me bring her up. I'm throwing her hair all around so you can see all these highlights. Alright, now let's get this closure on her head. Okay. Wrong closure. Alright, there we go. We're going to go here with the part. I'm going to fix the part where it'll be right up in here like this, so it'll blend. Doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to be bonding all of that underneath. So, but you'll be able to part it from any direction. And what I do is lightly lay this all up on the top. Don't worry, it ain't going to come off. And then you press. Press and blow. There, see? Great. My computer, the screen keeps going black on me. Okay. There. It's pretty much done. Now, this is going to feel very warm up here, so I'm just letting you know, when you're doing this, it's going to feel like almost hot a little bit, just from the touch. Up in there, don't worry, it's fine. It's just bonding. That's why it takes, once I get the doll's hair done, I will take her, leave her, let her set for about, usually the rest of the day, so this, the glue can become more permanent. And what I do when I decide to make a part, I go by the doll's face. I'll look at it and then decide on how I want to do her part and where I want it. So what I'm going to focus on now is getting you a good shot on this doll's face and how she looks with her hair. Very natural. Isn't that beautiful? Don't you? I wish my hair was this pretty. Don't you wish your hair looked that good? I certainly wish mine did. But anyways, now I'm going to section up her part and make it better at the top here. And then I'm going to flop it over. Sounds like I'm ripping through her head, but I'm not. I'm getting ready to brush it in a minute. If I can remember where I put the brush. Oh, I see it's behind me. Okay, let me get the brush. Yep, I'm sitting in the floor on a blanket. I got a bunch of pillows. I got all this stuff. Because I got my computer set up in a corner on a little end table, so I decided I had to go with comfort. Which is the best thing to do, to be honest. If you're good at sitting in the floor on your couch, I recommend sitting in the floor. And in front of your coffee table in your living room, get a blanket, get some cushions, make yourself comfortable. By the way, this brush came from the Dollar Tree store for only $1. And it's really a good brush to use. You don't need wires because it's all these little bristles. You see the little balls at the end? That prevents from pulling your doll's hair, prevents damage, and it prevents from scratching your doll's face. And those are hard plastic bristles, so you don't need those metal ones. The metal ones can cause scratches on your doll, which is why I don't understand why they actually sell them. Had one. I did get a real one. The metal brush, which is what they use for pets, but leave it for the pets. I'm serious. It actually causes more frizz on your doll's hair, even for your American Girl doll. I have been using this type of brushes now for 4 years on my American Girl dolls. Guess what? Never had a problem. It doesn't damage the hair, it doesn't frizz it or anything. And when you do your doll, start with the hair at the bottom, like this, and work your way up to the top. So, and just to let a lot of you people know that makeover dolls and you resell them for $200 or $250, that is crazy. I have never in my life. I'm a professional at this, and I don't even, well, if I wanted to make money, if I was in this for the money, yeah, I would charge that, but guess what? I probably wouldn't get much business. Doesn't matter how popular you are on YouTube, it's not going to make you rich. I mean, I do it because I love doing it. That's it. There. Now, you see how lovely that looks? All that beautiful shine. Look at all that hair. Gorgeous hair. And see, my hair is the best hair because I don't use what everyone else uses, and no one else can get the hair that I use. Now, let me cut off this light because I think it's making this look worse. So that way you can try to get a better look at what her hair really looks like. Yeah, you can see more of an auburn look. You can see the highlights better too now. Now her hair is super long. It's way down to really to her feet. Now she's all done. All I need to do is let her set so her paintwork can cure. Well, her paintwork is done. I painted her yesterday, so it's been 24 hours, so it's all set. Now her hair is done. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You got to see the whole process from start to finish, and that is how you do it. So if you want your doll done, you can contact me. Like I said, if you want a full makeover, they're $85. It's $13 for return shipping. That's how I sent her back to you. Getting you enclosed so you can see the paintwork. And that's a text message. Her eyes don't look that color of blue in real life, y'all, for real. This in the video it's looking like a turquoise, but they're just regular blue eyes. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed all this video with all this hair. And all I have to say to all the haters is I am simply hashtag unapologetic bitch. So, love you to all my true fans. I thank you for watching my videos. I thank you for your support through everything I've been going through. See, I just thank all of you for even taking the time to watch what I do and for enjoying it. You know, thank you very much. I wish you all the best. I hope you have a great day and no bullying. That means don't go telling people I, anything that comes to the but. If you come to something you're like, I like this, but stop. Don't say anything else. Don't be hating on what other people do. Um, if you can't say anything nice, just don't say it at all and keep it to yourself because I don't want to hear it and nobody else wants to read it. So thank you all. Goodbye.